We have already done up to different modes of recording entries in the books, vouchers, different types of vouchers, source documents. After that, journal, then GST, its implementation and impact on different entries. The book of original entry, which is journal, if all the entries are recorded in journal proper, it would become too bulky. It would become too big. And retrieval of any entry or retrieval of any transaction from that particular book will become very difficult. So, different set of books. The journal is divided into different books. We can say it is known as subdivision of journal. Subdivision of journal. Journal is divided into different books, and those different books are known as subsidiary books. Subsidiary books means help books. Those books which assist, which helps in keeping transactions of similar nature at one place. Transactions of similar nature will find one place. There will be a proper account for special type of transactions or similar type of transactions. For example, there are so many books. Purchase, return, or return outward also. It is also known as return outward book. Purchase return or return outward book. Then there is these are the subsidiary books you are going to study. These are the subsidiary books we are going to study chapter by chapter. First, we will study in this chapter only cash book. Only cash book. Keep your cameras on. In this cash book, only cash transactions will be recorded. Only cash transactions will be recorded means only the transactions in which cash is either received or payment is made. Cash is either received or payment is made, only those transactions will be recorded. And the banking transactions where cash is deposited or withdrawal of cash is there, those transactions will be recorded only. So all the transactions, they are similar in nature, means whenever you need to find a transaction related to cash, you will directly look into this, refer to this book, cash book. Those transactions will be recorded separately only in cash book. So journal में वो entry करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Directly you will enter that in the cash book. Only for cash receipts and cash payments. Listen to me very carefully. Then purchase book. Purchase book is only for credit purchase of goods. Credit. Only for credit purchase of goods. Sales book only for credit sales of goods. If goods are purchased on cash or sold on cash, then it will be recorded in cash book. लेकिन अगर उधार में goods purchase और sale की जाएंगी, they will be recorded in purchase book or sales book. They will be recorded in purchase book or sales book. Credit purchase and sales of goods, only goods, not assets, only goods minded. In purchase book and in sales book, only transactions, credit transactions related to goods will be recorded, not an asset. If furniture is purchased on credit, it will not be recorded in purchase book. It will be recorded in journal. Purchase book और sales book में सिर्फ और सिर्फ credit transactions related to goods आएंगी, only goods. Then purchase return, sales return में वो goods जो वापस होंगी उनकी एंट्री होगी. और जो एंट्री इन चारों बुक्स में नहीं होंगी, पांचों बुक्स में, जो एंट्री, the entry which will not find a place in these 5 books will be recorded in journal. If you cannot record any entry here in these 5 books, it means उसकी journal entry होगी. Is it clear? Supreet, please explain what is taught, explained.
Sir, you have explained that in cash book, only cash transaction will be recorded and cash payment will be recorded. And in purchase book, credit of goods, cash credit. Credit purchase of goods are recorded in purchase book, and all the and which is not be recorded will be recorded in the journal book.
In the journal book. Priyadarshini,
Yes, sir.
something?
Sir, all transactions, firstly, that are of similar nature are recorded in the subsidiary books. So first one is the cash book. So all transactions which are related to cash payment or cash receipt are recorded in the cash book. Then purchase book, all the transactions that are related to credit purchase of goods are recorded in this book. And in purchase return or return outward book, when we return the goods we have bought from the supplier on credit, then the transaction will be recorded in this book. Then sales book, when we sell the goods in credit, then we will record it in the sales book. And if someone has returned that whatever goods we have sold to them on credit, then it will be recorded in sales return, and whatever left will be recorded in the journal.
Yes, these all are known as subsidiary books or help books. What help do they provide? They provide recording of transactions of similar nature at one place. Only cash transactions, only credit purchase transactions, Only credit of goods, sale of good on credit transactions are recorded here. Sales return and purchase return, the goods purchased or sold are recorded, which are returned back. They are also known as purchase return book, is also known as return outward book. Return outward means the goods which are purchased, they are going out. They are going out again. Out again means they are going away from the business when we return them. So it is return outward book. Similarly, sales return, when we sell goods, then those goods come back. So this is return inward. When the sold goods are returned by the customer, it is sales return or return inward book. Don't confuse, they are the name synonyms. They have similar meaning, but they are known by this name also. Now, what are the advantages? Why do we make so many books? Why not a single book called journal? So advantages of subsidiary books or advantages of subdivision of journal. Number one, division of work according to the ability. The work is divided, right? There is a purchase department, there is a sales department, there is a department which deals in cash and all. All the departments are given their duties and according to their ability, work is assigned to them, and they record transactions related to their department or their work, similar nature of work, in their book, in their own book. And also they are recorded in journal proper also, so that they can be cross-checked or verified time to time. They can be cross-checked or verified time to time. Number two, it increases the efficiency. Efficiency, in the first chapter of business studies, we have studied efficiency is doing work in time and with minimum wastage and maximum output. So when you are assigned a work which is according to your ability, which is according to your capability, then definitely the efficiency increases because you do similar type of work repeatedly. Number third, easiness in posting. In books ko banane ke baad, after the preparation of these books, these entries are transferred to ledger. Ledger means accounts. These entries are transferred from these books to different ledgers, to different account. That is known as posting, ledger posting. That is known as ledger posting, which we will learn afterwards how to do it. But before ledger posting, these books need to be prepared. So we know very easily which entry will find place in which ledger because they are of similar nature. Then it is very easy to check, to keep a check. It is very easy to verify. It is very easy to retrieve the required information in time. Retrieve means any information of past which we can check anytime in present. So very easy. भाई बहुत आसान है ना ढूंढना. कौन सी एंट्री ढूंढ रहे हैं आप? हम मिस्टर रमेश की एंट्री ढूंढ रहे हैं जिन्होंने हमसे सामान खरीदा था. मींस कैश में खरीदा था या उधार में? कैश में खरीदा था तो गो टू कैश बुक. If it was purchased on credit or sold on credit, go to purchase book or sales book. Very easy to verify, very easy to retrieve, very easy to check, because every transaction will find its place in a proper book according to the nature of the transaction. So जो भी transaction का nature होगा, accordingly you know very well कि ये कहाँ मिलेगी हमें entry, right? There are classes, class 11th A, 11th B, 11th C, 11D, 11E, because similar stream students are sitting in those particular classes. Very easy to find out commerce students. They will be found in this particular class. You know very well because it is meant for them also, them only. Similarly, all these books are meant for a particular type of transaction. So it is very easy to retrieve them. Next, It also helps in protection from frauds, cheats, manipulation. Nobody can manipulate records very easily. They are cross-checked. They are always under monitoring, supervision. Books are checked and cross-checked time and again. So not very easy, and it should not be. Then there is full information about transactions you will find at one place only. Information about transactions will be found at one place only. All these books are very flexible, right? Flexible in the sense some random changes can be made in them accordingly as and when need arises. They support one another because they are subsidiary books, help books. They are help books. They are flexible in nature. Changes can be made from business firm to business firm, right? कोई बिजनेस जो है हो सकता है किसी और तरीके डिफरेंट टाइप से बनाए, कोई किसी दूसरे तरीके से बनाए, बट they make all these types of books which assist them. Also, these books help in the fixation of responsibility. Fixation of responsibility. Purchase book. Any mistake, who will be held responsible? The purchase department. Sales book, sales department. Cash book, the person dealing in cash, accountant. We know who has prepared that particular book, so it is very easy to fix responsibility also. Cash book is very, very important. 6 marks minimum and a maximum of 8 marks question, numerical, will be asked from this chapter. A numerical minimum 6 marks and a numerical of maximum 8 marks can be asked from this chapter. Anything you would like to ask? Because we are going to study cash book only in this chapter. We are going to study cash book only in this chapter. So tomorrow I will tell you about how to prepare this cash book. What is the format of the cash book? Though advantages of maintaining a cash book can be done today. What could be the advantages of maintaining a cash book? Number one, cash book means a book which contains only the cash transactions. Cash transactions means receipt of cash and payment of cash. So if cash is received and cash is paid, all those transactions we will record in this book, cash book. Banking transactions, they all relate to cash. Inflow or outflow of cash, all those transactions will find place in this particular book called cash book. We can know the opening balance of cash. We can know the closing balance of cash in our hand. In hand means in office, and also cash in the bank. By preparing this account, we can very easily find out how much cash we have in the office and how much cash we have in the bank. We can very easily also find out from where we have received the cash, who has paid to us, who are the parties who have made the payment to us. We can also find out different expenses we have done in cash, how much salary we have given, how much wages we have paid, how much rent we have paid, what interest we have already paid, how much is due. Everything you can find out by this particular book, which records the transactions of similar nature. That similar nature here is cash. Only cash. Payment is received or payment is made, immediately the transaction should find place in this book. मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट बुक है ये, और 8 मार्क्स तक का क्वेश्चन इसमें से आपका एग्जाम में जरूर पूछा जाएगा, 110%. Accounting equation, I told you 6 marks minimum question will be asked. General proper, there will be transactions and 6 to 8 marks question will be asked from that. Similarly, GST, 4 marks or 6 marks question will be asked from that. Every numerical chapter, numerical will be asked out of 4 marks, 6 marks or 8 marks. It is for sure. There are different types of cash book which we will study tomorrow. Single column cash book, double column cash book, triple column cash book with bank column, cash book with cash, bank and discount column, and also there is a book known as petty cash book. PETTY, petty cash book. Petty cash book means, petty means small, very small. Petty in English means very small. Petty cash book means that cash book which records the transactions of very small amount. बिल्कुल छोटे छोटे, कोई चाय का है, कोई रिफ्रेशमेंट का है, कोई पेंसिल, पेन, स्टेशनरी, राइट, इधर से उधर जाने का 10 रुपए टुक टुक का खर्चा है. Those all transactions are recorded in this book, petty cash book. That also we will study tomorrow. That is all for today. Any questions from anybody? Many of you have not done well in your periodic test. These tests were online tests, and in online test also many have not done satisfactorily, and different means, unfair means are also used by the students. Even then, I see that the result is not satisfactory. You are not taking the exams seriously, and you may have to suffer afterwards. Result will be given very soon, and you can see how you have performed. Maybe there will be business class or not, because we may have to go to school for some work. If there is class, you will come to know. If there is no class, then if the meeting is not on, you can understand that it is not there. Okay. Thank you. God bless all of you.